Alright guys, so today we are going to be taking a look at the Mobility Joint Gundam Vol.5, Gundam Double O, and then O Riser. So these two obviously come in a separate box, so you have to kind of buy this one in order to get O Riser. So that's kind of how they've been marketing it. So a few days ago I have reviewed it, the Gundam Ixia and then the Avalanche set. So overall it's pretty good in my opinion. So I wonder how this one is going to fare. I think it's going to be a little bit less because O Riser is only that 3-piece right there with an action base, so that's actually nice. Looking forward to that. So let's kind of take a closer look at the box, and it looks pretty good. Overall, like the art style for the Double Gundam definitely looks pretty good. But I know this based on my experience building the Ixia, the amount of sticker sheet that's covering this kit, I'm not looking forward to that in a way. But other than that, pretty much everything else is the same. Just talking about that, if you buy this box right here, and then if you buy the O Riser, you can combine that right there. So it's kind of tell you that this one there's not much difference. This one on the other hand is going to give you the O Riser and then the double riser right there, so looking really good. The only thing I wish that it comes along is actually the Aegean Sword 3. I don't really see a point of why they did not include that. That's kind of I guess a little bit of my end, kind of sad they did not do that. But other than that, pretty much just the same. Kind of like a little bit of a difference as I guess explanation on top right there. But let's kind of crack them open real quick. This one is definitely a lot more heavy. This one is light. So alright, let's kind of okay. We have the complimentary gum, obviously. Just gonna put that to the side. And then let's see. Two bags. So we have this one kind of all over the place as far as the parts. We have the head parts. We have the actual. This is the actual interframe that comes along with that. So we have that. This one is the remaining one that pretty much has everything. You have the sticker sheet. It's not that bad. All right, it's not that bad for this one. And then you have your other parts that kind of mix it up. So these are pretty easy to build as well because you don't need nippers in a sense. So you can just easily just kind of tear them off their tree, their runners, and then you're good to go. Alright, so onto O Riser. So this one is way less heavier. So let's kind of see. Oh wow, yeah, pretty much nothing in his bag. Oh wow, only one bag. That's cool. Alright, so this one should be a fairly easier build because when I build the Avalanche sets and Ixie at the same time, it was a lot. So this one is way less. Look at that sticker sheet. Ooh, that's what we love. That's what we love to see. Yeah, that's good. Only 4 stickers instead of like, what is it? Avalanche has like a good 17 plus of something like that. It was a lot. But all right, so I'm gonna build the kit first, and then we will go ahead and then review afterwards. Alright guys, and we are done. So it took me roughly about 2 hours to put the Double Gundam and the O Riser together. I think this is definitely a much more pleasant build because there was just not a whole lot of sticker for me to apply. So that definitely saved me tons of time. So let's just kind of take a look at the overall Double Gundam first, and then we will move on over to the O Riser. So overall it looks pretty nice. I think the proportion is just about right for these Mobility Joint Gundam, so it's not bad, and there are a lot of details just kind of engraved already. It's just a matter of fact whether or not you want to go in there to detail it up, paint it and whatnot. So probably I will do it on my free time if I have any, just because I don't want to have the kit just wasted underneath a lot of these stickers. But speaking of stickers, we have actually 3 on the face. One is going to be for the eyes right there. 2 is going to be for the gray part from the mask right there. And coming down to the torso, we have the yellow vent sticker on 2 right there. The other one is going to be 2 actually down below. So this would have been a gray section on like a high grade kit or just any other kit, but this one is actually just a kind of like a gray sticker. So we have that, kind of unfortunate. The next one we have is actually just this right here over on the torso or the waist, just that one big red stick right there. And then the other one is just going to be wrapping around the lower section of the arms, so it actually doesn't look that bad, but from here and there they are a little bit of a tearing just not really, the adhesive is just not too good when you do have to wrap it around the corners. But overall, the representation of the Double Gundam is definitely not bad. So I'll give it like a good passing score. Obviously, it's not that bad. But speaking of the articulation, let's kind of get into that. Head, you can rotate 360 degrees effortlessly because there isn't necessarily anything that would be blocking the way. Up and down movement, not that bad at all. Coming down to the arms, you are obviously going to be a little bit hindering by the just the holder for the GN drives right there, because this whole back part section, you cannot move it. So it's just like a singular block of plastic with no movement. So that's kind of unfortunate. So if you are going to try to do any cool poses and whatnot, you're just going to bang that piece right there. So kind of sad. You can raise it up, no problem. Now come down to the lower arm section, you can rotate right here, and the hand themselves or the fist you can rotate as well. And not to mention, you can bring out the arm as well, something I forgot, but you can do that just a little bit, not that much. Now coming down to the waist section, you can rotate 360 degrees, no problem, side to side, but no front and back. And down to the waist, so this is just a singular piece, so there isn't any movement. Back skirt as well, there's no movement. The only movement on the skirt is just actually the side skirt, which you can actually move up so you can get it out of the way, so you can actually go for a more better posing. So that's actually great engineering. Once again, that's a review from the Exia. Pretty much the same thing. As far as the legs can obviously go up like this. Actually a really nice kick. Backward wise, you do have quite a bit as well, so pretty good. So you can rotate as well. Again, bend wise, you do have a good 90 degree as follow. And then down at the V section, you can just kind of rotate. It's on a ball joint, so you can pretty much go any direction you want for a good posability. So it's not bad right there again. So the only other weapon that we have for this kit are just actually these two GN2 swords, or GN Sword 2. You can rotate this portion to make it into either the sword form or the rifle mode, and the handle are just pretty much stationary. You cannot move them at all. So if you don't want to have it in the rifle mode, you simply just rotate into the rifle mode form and then just attach it in here as follow, and then you have it as the rifle form. Or if you want to have it as the sword mode, you can just rotate this part back up like so, and then use this portion of the handle to do this, and then you have it one in sword, one in rifle, looking pretty nice. Alright, so now quickly turning our attention into the old riser. There isn't necessarily a whole lot to kind of talk about. This is pretty much what you get. There isn't any movable pieces right here. You do have an action base, not to mention, so that's pretty cool. The other thing to talk about, you can just kind of flop this piece down for the transformation. So we have that. Sticker wise, forgot to talk about that. So there are actually two wraps around the back of the riser, and then there's two up in the front for the vents. So we have that. For the actual transformation, or the combination, you pretty much take both these out, these sign binders. You rotate this piece down like so, and then we will take the Ogun, or the Double Gundam, and then just attach it as follow. And then for the side binders, we can just attach on like this follow. The connection is pretty firm, so there is pretty much no chance for this to kind of fall out in place, so that's pretty good. And then after that, you have yourselves the double O riser in this awesomeness, right? The only thing that's not awesome is they did not include a GN Sword 3, which I want a lot, but nope. As far as now turning our attention into the GN drive holder, so these can actually just kind of rotate like this. Alright, so if you want like a flashy animation, just kind of like dashing in like this, you can do that. So that is actually really good. Other than that, you can also, I think you just kind of flip it out like this. So you can kind of recreate that scene where Susanoo is trying to take down the Momentum Mori. So you can just do that. Have the two GN Sword 2 kind of pointing. We can do it. Alright, then we can do it. You can just have it like this, right? Yep, you can just kind of have it like this, and then you have, yeah, that looks nice. Yep, that's pretty cool. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, like, there just isn't a whole lot you can really do with them. They're great for posability, but I think ultimately they are just gonna be for me. I'm just gonna have like a shelf with them, and then they're just gonna probably be there. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I would say. Alright, so for my quick conclusion, I just want to say that the overall building experience was definitely fairly easy, no complication at all. The actual menu is online, so they're actually saving paper. That's actually a thumbs up for them. But overall, I would definitely have to say that the build, flawless. There isn't a whole lot of things I want to complain about. The part you can actually just snap on the runner, so you don't actually need a nipper. Even if you do need to clean it up, I think you can just kind of use like your nail to kind of run over where the numb is, and then you are good to go. My only complaint is definitely pretty much the same as what I said for the Exia, the lack of actual coloring. I know that they provide a lot of stickers for a lot of those missing coloring accuracy, but man, the fact that they put in so much details into actually molding them, like I just wish that they would have done just extra more. So if you do want to make these types of kit look really amazing, you definitely do have to spend some time to either paint it yourself or use Gundam marker or whatever it means to make it look good. But overall, definitely a very positive experience building them. But other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one.